Hey friends, welcome back to Magus of the Frog. I am sneaking in a standard video here. We have been playing a lot of Timeless this past weekend due to the metagame challenge, and Pioneer Masters is coming soon, so I figured let's try out a brew that I have in standard. It's something that I haven't really tested, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it through the traditional standard event here. And this is a really cool event. I haven't really been aware of this event. Apparently, you put an entry fee here, and then you play 5 matches regardless, and then depending on your record, you get to get certain pricing. And I believe at 4 wins, you get to make back your entry fee plus a little more, and then even at 3 wins, you get most of your entry fee back. So that's really cool. So that's the goal today. We're gonna try out our brew through this traditional standard event. And speaking of the brew, let me show you what we're working with here. It is a deck that I have been thinking about ever since I've seen this card spoiled. Alesha, Who Laughs at Fate. So it centers around the raid mechanic is what we're trying to do here, with a sub-theme of sacrifice. So, as long as Alesha is in the battlefield and we've attacked that turn, we get to return something from our graveyard to the battlefield as long as its mana value is less than Alesha's power. Another raid mechanic that we're going to be utilizing is the Seer Slicer Goblin. Great card here. As long as we attack, like I said, and this is in the battlefield at the beginning of the end step, we get a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Okay, so how do we make it easy to get raid triggers? Well, one, we're going to get a lot of cards that don't mind dying. So a lot of stuff like Infestation Sage and Nazumi Linkbreaker here. When they die, they replace themselves. But also, we have something like the Vampire Gourmand, where if we attack and sacrifice another creature, not only do we get to draw a card, but it can't be blocked. So an easy way to trigger raid there. And then things that we can sacrifice, like I said, any of our 1-drops, but something like the Skullcap Snail. So we play this, they exile a card from their hand, we attack with Vampire Gourmand, we sacrifice it, and then we bring it back with Alesha, and then they have to discard or exile another card from their hand. And then we're also going to use something like Midnight Reaper to reward us for things dying here. So whenever a non-token creature we control dies, we get to draw a card, but also we take 1 damage. In terms of sacrifice outlets, we got a couple more here. You know, we got Eaten Alive, but we've also got Tarian's Journal. This is a great card here. We get to sacrifice another artifact or creature to draw a card. So, you know, if we're making tokens from our 1-drops or from the Seer Slicer Goblin, we get to just use this and draw more cards. And then we're also using the top end here of our curve, the Immersturm Predator. This is a sweet card. Reminds me of the Falconwrath Aristocrat back in the day. If you know, you know. And the thing is, whenever it becomes tapped, so whenever you like attack with it, you get to exile a card from a graveyard and then put a +1/+1 counter on it. Or you can sacrifice another creature and give it indestructible, but you have to tap it. So just be mindful if you're trying to attack with this and you use its ability. It taps it. But it keeps growing and it's hard to deal with, so it stays in the battlefield a long time. And if you get 4 or more power on Alesha, you can bring back the Predator from the graveyard. So really sweet here. In terms of our lands here, we're using 22 lands given our low curve. And then 2-man lands, Restless Vents. You know, we don't really want too many tap lands in this kind of curve here. And then we're also playing 2 copies of Fountain Port. Given that we're making a lot of tokens via our 1-drops or our Seer Slicer Goblin, Fountain Port has some utility in terms of drawing more cards. So kind of like having an extra copy of Tarian's Journal here. In terms of our sideboard, very basic here. We got Anoint with Affliction to diversify our removal. We've also got Feed the Swarm, since Rakdos colors have difficulty dealing with enchantments. And then for the problematic creatures of the format, let's say Archfiend of the Draws or Sheoldred, we can take them for a ride here. Really great against any of the overlords as well. And then we get to gain control of it. And then we can also sacrifice it. The great thing is, you know, with things like, as long as we get something like, what do you call it? A commit the crime, it gets flash. So I think that's really cool. And then we get stuff to help discard their hand, like Duress or Seeker's Folly. We can either have them discard 2 cards, or kill all their 1/1 rabbit tokens or their 1/1 otter tokens. So really great card here from Foundations. And then also we got Screaming Nemesis. This is mostly for the anti-life gain decks. Um, it really is just all about putting pressure. It attacks well, so it helps trigger raid. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is the core concept of the deck. We're doing raid stuff. We're doing sacrifice stuff. Hopefully the synergies can create a very resilient board state here. Let's see how it does, though, in this traditional standard event. I'm really excited to test this and then tune it and then bring it to a more competitive shell. Right now, this is just version 1, so still quite untested. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all of the engagement, all of the support. Really appreciate you. You guys have been such a blessing in my life. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So give us a like, give us a comment. Would love a subscription if you feel so inclined. You know the deal. Thank you, guys. All right, let's start round 1 here. Let's see how we do. Rakdos Raid. Let's get it. Okay, round 1 here. Oh, unfortunate. No lands in our opening hand here, so this is gonna be a mulligan. Okay, this one, unfortunately, can we keep a 1-lander? I don't think so. Our opponent's mulligan as well, so we'll join him. Okay, this, thankfully, we've got some stuff. We'll put back 1 land, I think, and maybe the 1 card that we can't cast here. We can also just put back Tyrant's Journal plus another 2-drop, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll keep this. We'll put back Tyrant's Journal for now, and then 1 drop here. Let's do this. That way we'll work towards a top end here, but we are kind of exposed. Okay, against the green deck, we got this. So both of us low on resources here to start. We both mulligan to 5, it seems. Okay, blue-red. This could mean a bunch of things. We're going to start with the Blazemire Verge here and just play a Seer Slicer Goblin. Oh, bad colors. Okay, so we might be playing against a brew here. I don't think I've seen this yet. And I think the way we're going to play this is we're going to just play Alesha. Even if we attack here, they block it, they gain 1 life. And then we Alesha, we bring back the Seer Slicer Goblin, but it does the same thing as if we just played Alesha. So, not bad. Next turn, we can do the Predator. That's a great card. Oh, they're playing a lot of colors here, so this looks like a Kona deck. Very interesting. Alright. So, we're going to attack with Alesha here. We get to kill something if they block. And then we're just gonna play an Immersturm Predator here. We're gonna get a raid trigger from the Goblin, which we can use as fodder for the Predator here. Blood for the Blood God, if you know what I mean. Okay, interesting deck from our opponent here. Here comes an Ogre Castlim. Wow, okay. We can easily block here if they attack. Okay, so a couple of things that we can do here. We can play Infestation Sage. We can play this. We can attack with the Immersturm Predator here. This will become a 4/4. And then... yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we'll end the turn here. So let's see, if this deals combat damage to us, they get to bring stuff into the battlefield. Okay, so they're trying to cheat in a lot of stuff here. But maybe we can just outgrow them. We also have Fountain Fort here to destroy a token and gain some life there. Okay, so this I think we can just try and kill. So I don't mind losing Alesha here and the Goblin. Let's see, this gets 6. Yeah, let's just do this. We don't want them getting stuff. And then we're just gonna hope to ride the victory with the Immersturm Predator here. Okay, so now they got this. Okay, and then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sacrifice the token to draw a card. Ooh, unfortunately, we didn't draw that many. We only drew lands here. So, okay, let's attack here still. Let's play a tap Restless Vents. And then we don't need to exile anything. Alright, and then we're just gonna pass here. We can sacrifice the token that we have here, or just make a fish. Okay, I think what we're gonna do here, given this, is we're gonna trade with it. We don't want them putting whatever they have here into play. Ooh, unfortunate that the Predator is... Okay, so I think what we have to do here is we just gotta attack and put pressure on their life here. Really unfortunate that we just kept drawing lands there. So they get a really good trigger here. Yep, here comes an Osier, and nothing we can do about this. Looks like they're playing a Annie deck. Ah, okay. Don't think they can... Let's see. Kill us next turn. They kind of can, actually. So let's just hope that we actually get some action here and not another land. Okay. We have a couple of outs here. Ooh, alright. Okay, so let's make a fish here. Ooh, an Alesha. Okay, so Alesha doesn't really do anything. We get to get back a Sear Slicer Goblin or an Infestation Sage. So maybe there are some stuff we can do here. Don't think that means we can attack with the Immersturm Predator. Yeah. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's attack here to get the raid trigger. And then we'll sacrifice it to Fountain Port to draw a card. Okay, that's a good one. So we get to do Infestation Sage, Alesha, bring back another Infestation Sage. So we can block Ogre. What else can we do? We can just chump block Ramos here by sacrificing the Infestation Sage. Okay, this is an easy just block with the Predator. Can also just take... Okay, I think I need to block the Ogre here. And then take 8. And then hope we draw a removal spell for the Thopteryx. Yeah. So do this. Sacrificing the Sage here. We don't need to exile anything. We get to trade with that, and then... And then our best bet here is to... Oh, forgot about the Death Touch Trample there. I totally missed that. So because they had Death Touch Trample, they only need to do 1 damage here, and the rest goes to us. So we should have just blocked the Ramos there. Okay, totally forgot about that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in Take for a Ride. And I don't think we have any really bad cards here. I think maybe Skullcap Snail is the worst one. They are creature heavy and legend heavy. So all of our removal is kind of needed here. We can use Feed the Swarm as well. I think we'll just run it back here. We got a good game plan already. Okay, so we'll be on the play here. This looks like a keepable hand here. We'll have a turn 2 Gourmand, and then turn 3, we can at least get a Sear Slicer Goblin raid trigger. Okay, here comes a Terramorphic Expanse. Looks like our opponent is using a lot of basics here. So. Okay, here's Vampire Gourmand, and then we'll pass. Okay, and what we're going to do here is we're going to play Nezumi, Link Breaker. We're going to sacrifice that to draw a card. Looks like we drew another one, but we're going to follow up with Sear Slicer Goblin, and we're going to go wide here. Next turn, we can do the same thing, sacrificing this Link Breaker. If they play a creature here, we can Eat and Alive it. Yeah, this is no problem. So let's do Nezumi Link Breaker. Eaten Alive, sacrificing a creature. This one. Sacrificing this one. We'll play this one. We'll play a... Let's see. This one will go on the Gourmand, I think. Let's attack here. Let's sacrifice this one. Draw a card. And then play another Gourmand. And we got a lot of pressure here. Even if they Kona here, it's not really going to be good. Okay, and I think this is just lethal here. Oh, we can't do that. Never mind. We got to put this first. And then attack. Don't think we need to sacrifice anything. And then we'll discard this. Not quite lethal there. It looks like we were missing one damage somewhere, but this is definitely lethal now. Okay, let's see what we can do game 3. Let's hoping for another fast start there, but we're looking to try and curve out, basically. I think Screaming Nemesis will be good. So I think I'll do that instead of Midnight Reaper. Okay, this looks like a keep here. I think we'll start off with the Gourmand again. And then work towards the Immersturm Predator. Okay, so Blazemire Verge, pass. Okay, Take for a Ride is great here, so we'll start off with the Gourmand. Okay, here comes a Helga, and I think we're just gonna make sure we Take for a Ride it, and then sacrifice it. Okay. Next turn, we can double spell with Tarian's Journal into Sear Slicer Goblin. Okay, they're just going to take some time developing their mana here. In that case, let's see. I think I'm just going to be mana efficient and play the Immersturm Predator. Not going to sacrifice it. And then pass a turn here. And then next turn we can do Screaming Nemesis into Sear Slicer Goblin. Okay, so let's do this. Let's Screaming Nemesis. And then let's attack here. If they block the Screaming Nemesis, we get to do 3 damage to it. And then we'll play a Sear Slicer Goblin here. And then hope they don't have anything like Leyline Binding. Okay, so they're going to do this, which means we're going to sacrifice this. Okay, and I think what we're going to do here is we're going to do Fountain Port, Tarian's Journal, and then I will discard my hand to transform this. And then attack here. I think I could have done that actually end of their turn. I should have kept up Fountain Port to create a token here. Yeah, and then I don't know about this. We get to do Tomb of Aclazots to return a Screaming Nemesis. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll do Screaming Nemesis here. Then Infestation Sage. And this should be lethal here. Okay. Round 1 in the bag. I'll see you round 2. Okay, round 2 here. Lucky us, we are on the play. This looks like a keep. We get to trigger Seer Slicer Goblin early. We'll start off with Nezumi Link Breaker here. Turn to Seer Slicer Goblin or the Snail. Most likely the Goblin. Depends on what they do here. I don't mind trading with that, so let's attack. Alright, so we'll play the Goblin here and get a 1/1 token. Hoping to draw another land here so that we can work towards the Predator. Looks like our opponent's also playing some sort of sacrifice deck here. So, let's see. We can just attack with our Goblin token here. And then play Seer Slicer Goblin. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll make 2 Goblins here. Still looking towards the 3rd and 4th land here. Okay, here comes a Glissa. So, unfortunate that we didn't draw a land there. But we will attack. Yeah, let's still attack here. This gets replaced by 2 Goblins. And then I think we will Skullcap Snail here. And then if we draw another land here, we get to attack with the Snail, they kill it, and then we Alesha, having them exile another card. So what did they exile? Ah, Deadly Derision. Land, please. This is an easy block. Okay, we finally got that land we wanted. So let's attack with Skullcap Snail here. And all our Goblins and Nezumi Link Breaker. Gotta start applying pressure somehow. Yep, and then we'll Alesha here. Getting back our Nezumi Link Breaker, and we are going wide. Here comes a Go for the Throat. Don't think they can attack. Okay. We at least get the Immersturm Predator here. I think we still need to attack, right? So let's put this on the Skullcap Snail. Then attack, attack. Yeah, this is fine with us. Then we'll play the Immersturm Predator. Here comes Anissa. And they have a reach creature. Okay. A couple of things we can do here. So I'll play Infestation Sage first. I'll give this. Then we'll attack with everything. No, they got how many blockers? Okay, we'll just attack with this. They block here, but we sacrifice the Infestation Sage to make it indestructible. And then I think we're gonna just add more to the board here. Super wide here. Don't know if they're playing any sweepers, but this is still pretty good. We can Midnight Reaper next turn here. They're not really gonna have good attacks here. We'll chump. Okay, we can also just play another Immersturm Predator here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'll put this on this one right here. And then put them on a turn 2 clock. Here comes another Predator. And we got plenty of chump blockers, plenty of fodder. Blood for the Blood God. We get to sacrifice a lot of stuff here if we really need to. One thing we can do there is play Midnight Reaper so that we can also just sacrifice our goblins. And unfortunate for them, they don't have any reach creatures here. Yeah. They get to choose 2 creatures to put counters on, but that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, this is just a chump block. Okay, we'll start off with a Midnight Reaper. We're gonna grow our token here. And then attack with our flyers. Okay, game 2. I'm thinking Screaming Nemesis and Take for a Ride will be good here. So let's go down 1 Alesha, maybe Midnight Reaper, and then we can take out 2 more cards here. So maybe just our one of each 1-drop here, because everything here is still good. I think Anoint with Affliction is going to be better here than, say, Skullcap Snail. We are in the draw after all. And then, let's see. We'll just bring in an Infestation Sage. I think that's fine. Okay, this looks like a keep here. We got some things that we can sacrifice to do Eaten Alive. Let's start with the Infestation Sage. Next turn, we can play Terran's Journal or both of these. Okay, given that we drew Restless Vents there, I think... yeah, we'll play this, play Link Breaker, and just attack for one. Here comes a Glissa. We can deal with that eventually. So, let's play Tarian's Journal here, and then Eaten Alive the Glissa. Let's see, sacrifice a creature here, and then I think we'll just sacrifice the Infestation Sage so we get a 1/1 flyer here. The next turn, we can take something for a ride and then sacrifice it to the Journal. We can do that for their next two creatures here. So, let's do this. Let's attack here. And then I will sacrifice the Link Breaker here. Nice, and we get an Anoint with Affliction. Hoping they play something here that's worth taking for a ride. Ah, something that has a ward cost. We're gonna take it for a ride. We can also just Alesha. No, I think we will take it for a ride here. It's ward 2. Let's attack them for 6, and then let's sacrifice their creature here to draw a card. Yeah, and I don't think our opponent's coming back from this. We got another take for a ride. We got Alesha. We got Anoint with Affliction. Yeah. Like here, we can Anoint with Affliction this. We can attack. And then play Alesha, getting back one of our run drops. Let's go with the Infestation Sage. And then no matter what creature they play here, we can just take it for a ride and win the game there. Okay, looks like they're able to survive here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'll play one Vampire Gourmand here. We could have also attacked with the Restless Vents, but don't really think we need to. Let's get another flyer here, draw a card, play a Swamp, and then we'll just keep these up. We don't need to overcommit to the board here. We already have lethal. Yeah. We just get to take that. Okay, so let me show you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna give this a 3/2. We're going to take this for a ride. We're going to attack. We get to incubate 2 twice. Attack here, then we'll sacrifice the Glissa. This will become unblockable. They take 5. Nice. Sweet. Round 2 in the bag. Let's get it. Okay, round 3 here. Lucky, we are on the play. This looks like a keep. We can hopefully curve into the Predator here. We got turn 1 Sage, and then turn 2 Vampire Gourmand. So they're playing Rakdos as well. it's like they're playing the landfall type here, so I think I'll just do Vampire Gourmand here and pass. And then next turn, we can finally show them that we're playing red, and then Infestation, Sage, Eaten Alive, something. Looks like they got a removal spell here. Yeah, no blocks. Okay, another Immersturm Predator. I think we're just gonna use this then. Because next turn we really just want to get the Predator online. So hoping for a land here. Wouldn't mind a removal spell as well. Okay, here comes a Slick Shot. No blocks. Very nice. Finally got the land here. So let's put this, and then let's attack with both creatures here. We got a couple of things that we can sacrifice here to make it indestructible. They should try and remove it now, so that if we try and make it indestructible, it becomes tapped. And they're safe to attack. So black-red Slick Shot here. I wonder if they have a lot of non-creature spells. Okay, we'll block here. Looks like they're thinking... Oh, and then they're gonna use a spell here? Oh no, they're gonna let us block. Okay. Not sure what they have here. Maybe they have an exile spell. Okay, well, we're gonna use this to sacrifice that. It becomes tapped. Then we remove their Go for the Throw. And we just take their Slick Shot. Not sure why they play that there. Okay. We get to do 7 damage here. And then we play another Predator. And yeah, this board state is just going to be too resilient, I think, for them to deal with. Okay, this is a cool one that we get to just sacrifice this. So that's one way to deal with the Predator. But it looks like they didn't have anything else. They are playing Rakdos. So I'm kind of tempted to bring in... since they're playing Slick Shot, I imagine they have a lot of removal, so things like Duress will be good, Anoint with Affliction, maybe Seeker's Folly. I don't think that would be good on the draw, though. When we look at stuff to remove here, I think Go for the Throat will be good. I think Midnight Reaper, maybe not the best. I think Skullcap Snail has potential. We can try and attack their hand here. So let's keep that. And then let's just go down one of our 8 1-drops here. Everything else seems kind of good. And I'd rather remove the Link Breaker before the Infestation Sage. Another consideration here is bringing in Screaming Nemesis. But let's run this first. Unfortunately, this is a mulligan. We don't have any colored lands, and we only have 1 of them. Okay, this is much better. I think we'll put back maybe an Eaten Alive or the second copy of the Gourmand here. I'm tempted to just keep as much creatures here, so I think I will put away the Eaten Alive. Eaten Alive will be great if we had a 1-drop here. Okay, did they play the Lizard? Okay, it's just a Slick Shot. Okay, and I think we just go for the Throat It now. Don't want them doing any Monstrous Raid shenanigans, and I don't know how threat heavy their hand is right now. Okay, here's a Screaming Nemesis. Land is great here, so what can we do? We can play Alesha just to be more efficient. They likely have a removal spell here, so I'll start off with the Snail. We'll take 3 here. They can have stuff like Monstrous Rage. Okay, they got an Annex, so no Demon yet. Okay, so the good news is we get to trigger Raid here. And let's see. We'll attack. And it looks like they have like a cut down here, or something like a Burst Lightning. So yeah, let's just go Alesha here. It's the more mana efficient play. Next turn we can double spell. So if they have another land here, they can Ritual Chamber to make a Demon. Here comes a cut down. Looks like they probably just drew that because they didn't use it last turn. Okay, let's attack here. Looks like they're debating making sure we don't get the raid trigger, but alright, we get to attack here. And then I think if they're gonna have just a removal spell here, we'll go double Vampire Gourmand instead of exposing the Goblin here. Okay, here comes a Go for the Throat. No block still. They can make a Demon here. And then we're just hoping for something like Take for a Ride. Ah, unfortunate. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll attack. Sacrifice our Snail here so they can't block our Gourmand. Ah, and unfortunate, we didn't draw any removal spell here. So this is going to be a move to game 3. And I think we'll play our own Screaming Nemesis here. Oh, it looks like I forgot to even bring in the Take for a Ride. And then let's go more of a mid-range strategy here. So we can take out this. I don't think Duress is necessary. We're just going to try and play them on the board here. I think Anoint with Affliction's great. Go for the Throat's great. And then we'll go down 1 Tarian's Journal. I think this should be good. We can also play something like Seeker's Folly since we're finally on the play here. That can really attack their hand. Okay, I think we'll run this though. I think we'll run this. And we're looking for a curve out here. So a hand that has a good curve. Let's see. This would be Infestation Sage. Or this is good if we get a land. This is good if we get a land. Okay. I'll try it out. We're actually gonna start with a Sage here and hope to get an untapped land. If not, that's okay. We're gonna be behind a little bit. Okay. behind a little bit. Next turn, we get the Goblin. Okay, they attack for 2 here. And unfortunate for us, we are not drawing lands. We really need one. That could make or break our run here. Wonder what they're thinking about. Maybe they have a removal spell. No blocks here. And another land here is really what we're looking for here. If we can get another land, we can Alesha here. But it looks like we didn't. Well, that's really unfortunate for us. Let's attack here. And then we're going to just try and use our mana efficiently and exile this so that it doesn't come back. That would have been such a great curve there had we gotten a land there. And they're going to start playing out possible double spells here, so we can start getting behind quite quickly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're not doing so well here. At least this land helps. So we're gonna get Alesha, get back Sear Slicer Goblin, I think. And then hopefully next turn we can Immersturm Predator or take a ride something. Yeah. Okay, let's get the Sear Slicer. They can attack with the Slick Shot here. I don't mind blocking here. We do have First Strike. And here comes an Archfiend, which we can use to take for a ride. We'll do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I think that's lethal. Yeah, very nice. Almost stumbled there by not drawing the lands, but it looks like we got it at just the right time. Our deck was stressing us out there for a bit. Alright, round 3 in the bag. Let's go to round 4. Let's get it. Okay, round 4 here. We're in the play. Let's see. This looks like a possible keep. We're just hoping to draw some lands. Let's try it. We're testing the deck, so let's try and keep awkward hands like this as well. You know, we don't have a turn 2 play here, but maybe we draw one. We can at least deal with a problematic creature here with Eaten Alive. And given that we drew another Infestation Sage, I think I'm just gonna do it here. So, do this. Pay 1, sacrifice this. And attack for 1. Might be playing against Dimir Tempo here. Okay, Black Cleave Cliffs is nice here. Let's see if this gets countered. And then see if we get the Flood Pits Drowner here. Or if they're gonna play a Fairy Mastermind. Okay, we at least get to draw a card here. Nice, and we got the mana for the Predator. So probably should have just played, attacked with the Insect token there. I was thinking they had a Fairy Mastermind. Looks like we get an Alesha, so we can save that for next time. Let's get a Raid trigger first. They're looking at our graveyard, so they probably think we're playing something like Alesha here. let's just play our first copy of the Predator here. It could get countered, but we have another copy. Okay, it survives. This can't be exiled by Anoint with Affliction. And it looks like they didn't use their mana there. So they probably have a removal spell. It's just not very good to use on our board right now. Alright, our opponent's back seems like they were in the tank there for a while. Let's attack here. Let's see if they Flood Pit's Drowner. Here comes, yeah, let's sacrifice this. Exile their cut down. Waste their removal spell. We'll get a raid trigger here, and then we play a Alesha. Getting back an Infestation Sage here. More fodder, more blood for the Blood God. So next turn, we get to do another Predator if we really wanted to. I think we also could have played Predator last turn, so they can tap down something here. Put some stun counters on it. That's okay. We got another one.
Take a break, will ya?
So we get to easily kill Kaito here. Yeah, they can't come back from this. We attack Kaito there, and then we get Alesha on 3 power, bringing back our Midnight Reaper. Plus, we're gonna play either Seer Slicer Goblin or another Predator. Okay, so against them, they place. I think they are Dimir Tempo. I think good things to play there are Anoint with Affliction, Duress, and then Eaten Alive will keep because it gets Planeswalkers. I think Skullcap Snail is also something that we can possibly recur, but I don't think it'll be good on the draw. And Midnight Reaper is interesting. I think I'd rather play things like Take for a Ride or Seeker's Folly and attack their hand. Some choices here. Let's try Take for a Ride. Another option is Screaming Nemesis. But I think that just dies to removal, so I'd rather take their stuff here. Let's take the third one in. They do play stuff like Sholdred, so wouldn't mind having that. And let's go down 1 Link Breaker. I think this is gonna be a good game plan. Okay, game 2 here. Let's see, what do we have? We do have Seer Slicer Goblins getting online quickly. Alright, this looks like a keep. We don't have currently the red source. Okay, we'll start with... Oh, we do now have the red source, so let's play this into the Link Breaker. And then we don't mind if they ninjutsu in Kaito on their next turn because we have Eaten Alive. I think it's more important to get Seer Slicer Goblin online. And it looks like we'll be able to safely attack here. And trigger Raid. Okay, so we'll do Swamp here so that this turns on the red. We'll attack, and then we'll play Seer Slicer Goblin, getting a token. Next turn, we can do Goblin plus Eaten Alive. Hope to draw some more action here, though. Another... we're kind of good on lands already. So, another Seer Slicer Goblin, another payoff card like Predator would be great. We'll see. Okay, so this looks like a Kaito. Okay, no Kaito. This could be maybe a Preacher. So they could also just be keeping up a Flood Pit's Drowner or a, let's see, a removal spell. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll attack with everything except the goblin. Because if they play Floodpit's Drowner here, they could just trade with the goblin. At least this one makes it awkward for them. And then here we'll Sear Slicer Goblin again. I think they should have waited until I played my Sear Slicer here. I don't know why they did that right now. Okay. Well, I will Eaten Alive, I think, their Siren here. Sacrifice a creature. Do this, sacrificing this. They can Kaito here. Looks like they're gonna do a Mockingbird. Okay, but we're just gonna Eaten Alive it, I think. Yeah, I think so. Then let's attack here. This could still be a Floodpit's Drowner. Yeah, and I'm okay trading here. We're gonna have a Restless Vents here. Looking for some more action here, really. Ooh, unfortunate for us, we didn't draw any action. We at least get to do this. But if they have a removal spell, oh, they're gonna use it on this. Okay. We get to at least get a trigger here. Okay. We got a Sear Slicer Goblin for our troubles, but we can't cast it right now. A scary thing that they could have done there was the Glimmer Cat and Enduring Curiosity, but I'm not sure what they have. They now have Restless Reef online, so I think we're just gonna double spell here. I'll start off with the Sear Slicer Goblin, and then the Predator. Okay. End the turn here. Still not sure what they have. It could be another Predator that, not a Predator, a Floodpit's Drowner that they're saving for our combat step. Okay. Let's see if we can attack here. I think they're thinking about it. So, I'm guessing it's a Floodpit's Drowner, at least the way that they're playing here. Alright. Let's attack here, remove this one. Here comes a Tidebinder. Oh, very, very nice. I think that's a great counter to the Predator here. And then what we do here is we make it into a 4/4 by sacrificing our Restless Vents. And that way they can't just trade with it. I think this still works. We'll see, we'll see. Oh no, it loses it. Whoops. I misplayed that. Didn't work out the way I wanted to. Okay, we'll just play this. So, a bit of a huge misplay from us there. I think I misunderstood the way that interaction would work. Ah, Fey Bloom Trick. That's a really cool one. Here comes a Restless Reef. Okay. We're not going to block here. Hoping to draw something like Alesha would be great here. A Take for the Ride's not really going to do anything for us here. And a Go for the Throat. Okay, I think we really screwed ourselves here. So let's attack for 1 and then pass the turn. Yep, and we're kind of just getting outclassed here. I think that misplay really hurt us. But, I mean, they were going to kill the Predator anyway with the Tishana's Tidebinder. So, let's see what we draw here. I think Alesha is our best bet. Nezmi, Link Breaker, not really. But we still survive right now. No, I think we'll just go save some mental energy and go to the next game. I think I will take for the rides here, and then bring back stuff like Midnight Reaper. And then, given that they have stuff that we can Seeker's Folly, I think that's going to be good. And since we're not playing Take for a Ride anymore, I think Tarian's Journal can go. We can remove the Duress because we're attacking their hand with Seeker's Folly, and I think I will bring in the Skullcap Snails. And then I'll go down 1 Link Breaker. So, what else? I think only 2 Skullcap Snails is fine. Alright, let's try this. Okay, game 3 here. We are looking for a good curve. Let's see. We got Infestation Sage. This is a good curve indeed. So, let's keep this. We'll start off with Infestation Sage here. Okay, Blazemire Verge, attack, and then pass here. Okay, and then I think we'll attack here. And then, just to use our mana efficiently, we'll play the Reaper. It can either get countered or it will get destroyed end of my turn, but at least we get to draw a card. Another thing they can do here is Drowner it and shuffle it away. Yeah, they can attack here with Vigilance and then shuffle it away. Okay, and then they shuffle it away. They have to do it now before I lose the stun counter. Or if they have another Drowner, they can just keep it tapped. Okay, our opponent's back. They finally got something here. But we can Anoint the Affliction it. So, don't think that's going to work out well for them. We can also just cast the Predator here and use our mana efficiently. I think I'll like that more. Okay, let's do that. Next turn, we get to Alesha plus Anoint. So that will be a really good turn if they don't have anything crazy here. And I will just take this. We have to be mindful that they have stuff like Tishana's Tidebinder, so would love to save Anoint with Affliction for that. Otherwise, I'd use it on the Reaper. Okay, here is a blot out here, and I think what we're gonna do here is I can sacrifice the Infestation Sage to at least draw a card here. And then next turn, I can get it back with Alesha. Okay. Nope. Not exiling that. That resolves. And then here, I think we're gonna do Anoint with Affliction the Midnight Reaper. Attack with this. And then play Alesha. Yeah, I think this, at least gets us into a better board presence. We could have also gotten Seer, Slicer Goblin online there. But I think getting down the Alesha would be great so that in case we lose our Reaper, when we attack with Alesha, it'll become a 3-3, and then we can bring it back. So, attacking at multiple fronts here. If they kill the Alesha, we at least get to draw from the Midnight Reaper. Our opponent could also just be trying to wait for mana here. They haven't played a land drop, and they only have one black source. So the amount of removal spells they have are being restricted. Okay, here comes an Immersturm Predator. I think we'll attack here. Let's see, this and this and this. This can be a Tishana's Tidebinder. But that's better than using it on the Predator. Yeah, no problem. We still get to trade here, which I like. Yeah, this works out, I think. We get to draw a card. We get to draw a token. And then Seeker's Folly. I think we'll have them discard 2, or we'll just play Immersturm Predator into the Goblin. I think that's better for our board state. We just gotta be mindful of our life total here. We are at 11, and Midnight Reaper does damage us. Looks like they finally drew their second black source there. So a lot of the stuff can start becoming online here. Here comes a Mockingbird. Copying a Midnight Reaper. Okay. So, do we make this into a 4-4? It will become a 4-4 already. I'm thinking about it. Let's try it. And now it'll be a 5-5. If they block stuff here, we can Seeker's Folly to wipe their board. Yeah. Okay, this, and this. Yep, double block here. And then we'll Seeker's Folly, wiping their board. They get to draw 2, but they also, what do you call that? Take 2 damage. And then we'll play this, and then we have Fountain Port ready to either sack a token to draw a card or create a fish. They have enough mana for Soulstone Sanctuary here. They are limited by mana in terms of how many spells they can cast, but if they have something like Drowner, they can tempo us. Okay, let's make a fish here. Okay, it's our turn. Okay, we at least have a go for the throat. So let's see if we can go to attacks here, or do they drowner us? Here comes a go for the throat. That's fine, I think. Very nice. We got a Sear Slicer Goblin here. And I think we'll just attack here. Let's exile their Tidebinder. Let's see what we got. Okay, so they go -1/-1. We sacrifice one of these, right? No. We fountain port to sacrifice this. Yeah, nice. We get to do Alesha here. Alesha into Sear Slicer Goblin. So this, play this, play this, end the turn. Let's get back an Infestation Sage. And now they're still facing lethal. We're at 9. A Archfiend of the Draws here can get go for the throated. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff covered here. They would need... Yeah. No, I don't think they had a sequence of cards there to really deal with our board. Alright, not bad. We got to get a game here against the Dimir Tempo, and we made our entry fee back. Let's see if we can beat the final boss. Round 5. See you there. Okay, final boss here. This looks like a keepable hand. We got a curve going on. Let's see what we're playing against. Ooh, red-green. Okay, so let's start off with a swamp into a Infestation Sage here. So red-green, this can be a very fast aggro deck, but it looks like they're passing here. So let's attack. And we're just going to use the Goblin here. We got a second copy. They most likely have a removal spell here. Oh, never mind. This is maybe a desert deck. Okay, we at least are going wide here. So things to keep in mind is they might have Pyroclasm. I don't know if they'd mainboard it, but, you know, something to keep in mind. So let's do Blackcleave Cliffs. We will Eaten Alive the Spinner of Souls here. Sacrificing our Infestation Sage. Playing a Sear Slicer Goblin, and then getting Raid Trigger here. So we're going wide. We're not going to play around the Pyroclasm here in game 1. Okay, so we can still attack with everything and then Midnight Reaper. So let's do that. Attack here. They block it. We get 2 goblins. Yeah. So we're basically trading the flying token there for 2 goblins. So it looks like they have a 4 power matters deck. Ooh, Galta. Okay, I see. Okay, we at least have them on the ropes here in terms of blocking. So we'll still attack with our goblin tokens here. And then we're just going to play the Predator. So they'll block. We get those goblins back, but we at least now have a very strong flyer here. And do these have trample? No, they do not. But they do have reach. Okay, I don't think they were able to come back from that. Now the question is, do they have stuff like Pyroclasm? You know, they're playing a lot of high toughness creatures, so we're gonna definitely take in stuff like Take for a Ride and Screaming Nemesis. I think Midnight Reaper is just okay against them. Let's see. They've got a lot of high casting cost stuff, so things like Anoint with Affliction won't be good, but things like Eaten Alive and the let's see, Go for the Throat would be good. We gotta cut 3 cards, and I'm either thinking Skullcap Snail and not go against their hand, or maybe our 1-drops here. No, let's take out the snail. The snail is good against like blue decks and control decks, but against a Gruul deck, we'll fight the board here, and we won't bring in Feed the Swarm, even though it's a hard removal spell, just because they have permanents that have a high mana value. Okay, game 2 here. This looks like a keepable hand here. We can turn 2 Vampire Gourmand, and then turn 3 Take for a Ride something and sacrifice it to the vampire, or just attack and get a Sear Slicer Goblin raid trigger. Okay, there's a game plan here. We also gotta go for the throat just to cover our bases. So I think our opponent mulliganed there once. They're probably deciding what to put back now. Yep. Okay, we'll start off with Blackleaf Cliffs. We got a second Sear Slicer Goblin. That's very nice. And we don't mind that at all. We'll play a Swamp here and play a Vampire Gourmand. We're looking to take something for a ride here, or just get a Sear Slicer Goblin trigger. This one, let's see, becomes a 3/3 if they have 3 oil counters on it. And this looks like a plot. Okay, so we can grab that next turn, or we can just go for the throated. So let's attack here. They're gonna block. And then I think I'm just gonna play the Goblin here. We could have also just kept up Go for the Throat there. So this is a really cool card here. They can play this followed up by another. Oh, okay. Looks like they're not gonna go for it. Alright. So I think I'm gonna start off here with Nezumi Link Breaker. And then I could also go for the throat this so that they don't have ramp. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a better play here. That way we can also attack with our Sear Slicer Goblin. Or I can just play another Sear Slicer Goblin. I can also just take for a ride this right now and then sacrifice that. You know what? I think that will be good. Nice, and we got an Alesha. I'm scared of stuff like Snakes Can Veil, so okay, let's see what they play here. Maybe it's a big creature here. Okay, it's another Outcast Trailblazer. Very cool. Ah, okay. I will trade with one of them here. We do take 6 here. And then we can always get back the Link Breaker with Alesha. I think going for their Trailblazer is the best bet here. Yeah, because the Sure Shot already has, what do you call that? Ward. And then we'll give this plus. And then we'll attack with this, sacrificing the Trailblazer. Very nice. We got an Infestation Sage. I was looking for a land there. And then we get a Goblin. So really looking for a 5th land here so we can double spell. Like Take for a Ride or Go for the Throat and or Alesha plus another Goblin. Very nice. That's going to be great to take for a ride. Provided we don't die, of course. And I think we just have to take this. Nice. We finally got another land here, so we'll take this for a ride. And then let's attack, I think. If it's not a token, create a token copy of it, except, yeah. So we'll keep at the Goblin, I guess. Nice, we got a 6/6 for our troubles there. And then I think I'm actually gonna keep up Go for the Throat here. Okay, so we will Go for the Throat that. This is on enters. Okay. So Go for the Throat this. Okay, then I think we will Eaten Alive here. Sacrificing a Goblin. Or the Infestation Sage. I think a Goblin. Okay, so sacrifice a creature. Target this. Say yes. Auto pay. Sacrifice this. Get a ward trigger. Pay 2. That gets exiled. And then attack here with the Gourmand. This. And then sacrifice the Infestation Sage. They take 8 here, unless they block. And then we get back a Infestation Sage because of our Alesha. Okay, we will kill the 4/4 here first. And then they should, yeah, they should use this to exile our creature. Oh, they should have gotten the creature, though. Alright, they already did. Okay, I thought they misplayed there. Here comes a Solemn Simulacrum. We can just attack with everything here. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. We'll sack a goblin here. Oh, and then we got the predator. They can double block Alesha here to finally kill it. Then they'll take 4 here. Okay, and then what we'll do is the Predator into Sear Slicer. We will take 1 here. And then they should exile it. Very nice. This just might be too much for them to deal with, though. Unless they have a really hasty creature that can trample over. Oh, very nice. So we got the final boss there. Wow, yeah, the Rakdos deck is just a super resilient deck here. Our whole game plan is all about attacking and making our board just overwhelming for our opponent here. And with stuff like the Immersturm Predator, it just sticks so long. Yeah. All right, wow, very nice. We got a 5-0 here at the traditional standard event. Really sweet deck, and I'm really happy with its performance. Let's see what we get for 5 wins. Oh, very nice. 1,000 gems, 3 packs, and 4 play-in points. Very nice. Okay, let's look at the deck again. Let me just say that this has been a lot of fun trying out for the first time in an event. I think there are some things that we can do to improve it. I think the sideboard needs work, and I think we can play around with some numbers here. I don't know if Midnight Reaper is good main board instead of something else, but it's definitely a must deal with threat. I would like some more life gain here, so I think something like the Vampire Vengeful Blood Witch would be really good. Whenever we sack something or whenever this dies, we get to drain them for 1. So a lot of stuff here that we can deal with in terms of gaining life and improving the synergies that we have here. We can also play around whether or not we need more what do you call that, sacrifice outlets, or if Take for a Ride is better in main board. So a lot of things that we can do to play here. I'm gonna keep playing the deck. I'll tune it here. I've been really enjoying it, and of course, Blood for the Blood God. We gotta keep sacrificing stuff here to keep the Vampire Dragon happy. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Really, just so blessed for having all of the support from you guys. Thank you so much. So give us a like, give us a comment. We'd love to hear what you think. What can we do to improve this deck, this strategy? And if you feel so inclined, a subscription would be heavenly. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. We'll be running Pioneer here soon. Hope you tune in for that one. As always, have a great day.